So generally there are two things which disturb the peace of mind sought for by meditators. One of them is mixed feelings, difficult experiences that come up inside. And the other one is, sleepiness, drowsiness, and so on. And actually both of these things can be removed by meditating over a certain period of time, where one focuses on the same meditation again and again. It gives one a chance to follow the natural rhythm of the day, use the general experiences that one has during that time, and in this way actually get to know one's mind and get a lot of different impressions of meditation itself.
So at that time, and that was like 68, 69, at that time the first foreigners were showing up at that place, but it was really, really difficult to get any permit, and it was always a big fight. And it was at that time actually that Lama they had so many problems, so many obstacles to get this permit, but then finally they came.
And here we have, we actually have brought in the 72-hour meditation for Europe from the East, because we consider that amount of time that's useful for many people.
О том, что я сюда поеду, я узнал не так давно, это было зимой. То есть до этого мы с женой планировали поехать в Индию и в Непал, путешествие. Но в последний момент наша поездка сорвалась по ряду причин. Я по этому поводу маленько расстроился, сидел дома, и мне позвонила мой хороший друг Саша, русская девушка, которая здесь живет, в Германии. Мы давние друзья, и она, выслушала мою горькую историю, что у нас с женой ничего не получилось. Она говорит, почему бы тебе, тут сейчас будет огромный курс, и реально нужна помощь, и если есть время, то почему бы тебе не поехать?
Мы приехали сюда на машине, из Владивостока. Конечно, никто не верит, думает, что это невозможно и что это очень далеко. Потому что если посмотреть, то это действительно далеко. Мы находимся там рядом с Японией.
Also, we have given it a certain vote or a certain weight in a certain direction. And here it is to invoke the different Buddhas of the mother tantras. Mother tantras work with the desires and the wishes that people have, which is, to most happy people, the strongest feeling and the most also disturbing feelings, the constant wishes and the constant moving, looking for something else. brings people together. You sit next to each other, you have a common focus, a common goal. And this time, for instance, we made here at the first power we were giving here, or the first 72-hour meditation after the first power, you know, we've been giving here and before the important initiations here. We actually got 128 million mantras together with our friends from around the world. And that's a lot. And the feeling of it is actually one of great accomplishment. The feeling is good. You know, the feeling is that one has done something together, that one has come closer together, and that also some things happen that can be felt like very big blessings, like people suddenly get rid of some psychological knots they had inside, or they suddenly enemies become friends, you know, and people have another view of each other, and so on. We've also been doing the Buddha of Limitless Light, Upame, whose initiation we are going to have today. And several times we've been doing Loving Eyes, which is like the active expression of compassion into the world.
Здесь столько много народу, что я, например, то есть я вижу не так много русских, но я слышал, что их здесь больше 200, да? Но поскольку здесь 4500 человек, то есть мы даже, ну, можем друг друга не видеть там по 2, по 3 дня, кого-то, может, в течение курса вообще не встречаем.
Sand here.
That's the development, yeah? Meaning that to see the amount of individuals who are interested in Buddhism, that is really something amazing, I think. Of course, it has also, it is a result of also due to the openness of individuals as well. There are different other say mentalities, and it is also very interesting to see how individuals not exactly evolve but develop. Yeah? Amazing. For all his life, ever since he met my predecessor until now, as I mentioned in the tent yesterday, yeah? That until now, I mean, like everything that you see, that's the work that you see here, of course, very much have come from from himself, of course, Hana, and then of course the rest, yeah. or 36 years. It is an unbelievable amount of growth and development. So therefore, it's great. But yes, we also have to be at the same time equally also careful and make sure that it doesn't lose its authenticity. Yes, it doesn't lose its true meaning.
We actually started from zero. In '72, we had nothing. I mean, there was Hannah and me and some old Tibetan Thangkas coming back after 3 years in the Himalayas. And that was all we had. It was really all we had. So, well, what to say? We started from that. Talked to some friends, you know, they talked to some friends. We gave as much explanation as we could, as much as we had learned, you know, and so on. And, well, like later on, it happened in Russia. It happened the same way everywhere.
Could you tell a little bit about your relations between teacher and student,
Right.
in Buddhism, our Diamond Way, and how do you keep your relations to your teachers, and
Right.
how should we do the same?
The very first things that few words that Buddha himself already spoke is to examine carefully when it comes to finding a teacher, first of all, and secondly, when one has found a teacher, and how to continue one's let us say experience or one's relation in a way. And so therefore often the first step is often the hardest, I would say, because it's very hard how to exactly identify, okay, that is the right teacher for me or that is not. There are some few, I would say, simple guidelines that we can apply. There are great numbers, but in short, I think often the best is to see in an individual whom you are trusting as a teacher, to see if that individual has great compassion or not. Compassion not just, how to say, for one or two, but for all equally. That's one thing. And in a very unconditioned way, yeah, unconditioned compassion. That's very important. And secondly, that individual has to possess, how to say, the knowledges, yeah, of the Bodhisattva way, experiences.
Просто в определенный момент, в 92 году, пришел друг и говорит, так и так, там приехал четкий мужик, вот была лекция, он такой четкий, он суперский, и кроме вот этих слов четкий и суперский, классный, клевый, он ничего больше сказать толком не мог. Если сравнивать, то есть если просто смотреть только один аспект, приехать сюда на машине, то это, конечно, кажется странным и глупым проделать такой путь. А с другой стороны, я думаю, все понимали важность события, которое происходит здесь, потому что это просто невероятно. Здесь, в Германии, мы создали маленький такой город буддийский, такая маленькая чистая страна. И действительно такая основа для взаимообмена. Просто это многих вдохновляло. Потом кармапа, конечно, является такой важной причиной, чтобы приехать.
Also had good press about it. Next, please.
So actually, all in all, you know, that's fine. And as we see Karmapa in his English and his way of teaching, where he just offering suggestions like that, not nearly as strict or direct as I am, you know, saying yes, and you can do, and making you think, right? Making us think, right? That doing this, we can really see that now with Karmapa, we are bridging all the cultures.
Japan made Rashimasen.
Witaj w domu w Polsce.
Добро пожаловать в Россию.
All religions, all philosophies, are all very relative methods, I think, are all very actually relative. And just like that, in a way, in some sense, Buddhism is also very much, again, something very relative, yeah? The name or the method. The true aim of all sentient beings, of all of us, is nothing but to reach happiness. And all we have to do is find a profound way to achieve that very goal without harming anyone. And if one can find that, I would say, if one finds that in any way, then I think that is the absolute way. Yeah, and often in Buddhist, that is, how to say, what we are trying to explain and find, yeah, in a way. So I'm sure it is also a very similar. All other religions, also all other philosophies, also share that common ground, yeah. But there are different methods. So we have to examine, and we have to examine and see what is logical, what is reasonable, and whatever we find that is reasonable, yeah, then it is up to ourselves to see if we are to follow that path.